John Community College.
John it was his stepson.
It was a half son. Sorry,
Half son.
Yeah, he got remarried.
He wins like a fortnight.
Wait, can you have a half son?
No, he hasn't had kids.
You can have
Sam.
a
He has
half-son.
2 virginities.
How?
That's literally the exact opposite.
How?
Oh, I was thinking step. I was
Yeah,
thinking
it's
step.
I was thinking like, you know, like you have like a half brother.
Yeah.
So I was like, can you have like a half?
All right. In the middle of this discussion, we're starting. It's just gonna be very abrupt.
So John College.
John College invented college, and his
Invented
arch
college.
nemesis Patrick University.
They had a war, and that's how, and they were using biological warfare, and that's how a DMT.
Nanomachines.
So, welcome to Oi Podcast number 15. 15? 15.
15.
We're all together
Number
because it's
15.
Christmas break for the college boys, and
Oi-
they're home,
Oi
and they
Podcast
all
Live.
came to
In
my
Rio.
house, and we're all in the same room around a round table. We're knights.
No way.
But we're not very chivalrous.
Do we want to go around the circle? Wait, get that. Get it, Andy.
Oh,
Crack it open a cold one with the boys.
With the fizzle at the beginning.
All right.
ASMR.
Gotta get up real close. Like,
This is Sam and Donnie's ASMR podcast. We are here.
I want to let you know that Alex tried to say something, but he just literally went up to the mic and did nothing. That's what it's gonna be this entire time.
All right. Let's go around the circle from left to right, which makes no sense.
Yeah,
I'm Max.
I'm Donnie.
I'm Lucas.
My name is Sam.
Solid. All right. So anyway, John College. John College. No, just kidding. Moving on. No, just kidding. John College.
John College. That's Lucas.
John
Can you give
College.
us the origin
That
story?
in
was-
DMT,
no,
Lucas?
look, I told you already. John College wanted to go to high school twice, and that's how it happened. Just like the event, just
He
like
peaked in
John
high school.
sleeping, he lied down twice.
He peaked in high school and he said, "Man, I wish I could go back to my high school years." But no. He just added more.
He just
more.
added
John
more. He made 2.0. It's true.
is that how Todd's Skyrim came to be? Todd Howard tried to make Skyrim a second time.
Todd
He became
Skyrim.
Todd
What are you, an
Skyrim.
idiot? It's Josh Skyrim. you
Shit.
idiot.
Yeah, he
Got
was
me.
one of the hit stars of the show,
You're right.
Drake and Josh. Wait, no, I was thinking about that with college. Do you notice how, like, in other parts of the world, like in Europe, they refer to it as like university?
Yeah.
Like where, like, because they have college and there's university, which is like their college is like community college, and there's university, which is like what most people go to here in the U.S.
Yeah, if you told Oxford at college, you'll get stoned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like,
'cause
so
it's
like,
not
I just
Oxford
think,
University.
Yeah, well, I just
That's
think
what I
that's
mean.
weird. Like, people are like, "Oh, do you go to university?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Kind of.
I wasn't sure if there was ever like a difference. Is the thing maybe?
No, that's how they
I-
call it.
I think
No,
it's-
so the way
no,
it
no, I
works
think
is a
it's size.
university is
Maybe.
a university is comprised of multiple academic colleges.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, cause like at RIT, like it's a private university, and so we have like the Kate Gleason College of Engineering and the College of the Saunders College of Business. So like, there's different colleges within the university.
Yeah.
Right. That
It's-
makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought it had to do with like how big it got, but then once you have the university title, you can get tiny again, and then
Yeah.
you still have the title because it's
Because-
like we had this many students at one point.
Wait, so a college basically offers up to a bachelor's degree, and a university offers a bachelor's degree and further.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yes,
How it goes?
I
Could
looked
be
it up before I went to college
Because you wanted to know.
because I want to go to college or
You want to
university
go to college
or university, so I want to say which one's better.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense because like for us at RIT, we don't offer associate's degrees at all. Like it's all bachelor's and above.
There's no associate's degree.
No, not that I know of.
Yeah, Donnie's right. Difference between a college and university is a college offers a collection of degrees in one specific area, while a university offers a variety from a collection.
Well, I know when
Yeah.
like when I went to my sister's graduations,
Like
the
there was
two that went to universities. There was 2 graduations.
Yep.
Because there's your college graduation where they actually call your name. Because Because like for example, one of my sisters went to the University of Arizona, so like that's a huge school. So if they were
Yeah.
out, if like already the full graduation was in the football stadium, and the whole football stadium, like the field, was covered in students.
Yeah.
So like if they were to say every name, that would take forever. It was already like a 3-hour
Most-
thing.
most
and I was
people-
sitting in the sun. It was horrible.
At RIT, most people don't go to like the big university graduation.
I honestly see no point
Yeah.
unless you have a cool commencement speech person. or something like that.
Yeah,
like Bill Nye
Weird
the
Al.
Science Guy or
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
Like then I'm not going.
I watched his episode of Hot Ones today. That's good.
I did.
Oh, he did a Hot Ones episode? I didn't know
Yeah,
he did one.
it's the season 7 finale. He did.
I didn't
It
know
came
that.
out today. It's really good.
Yeah, he wimped out on the first one.
Probably.
He said,
No.
"Ooh, this is too spicy," and then he stopped.
The thing I find
I'm
funny
fat.
is
I'm fat.
no. The thing I find funny is like because Weird Al's vegan, and whenever people do like he's been vegan
I'm
forever.
gonna stop listening to his music
Um,
now.
But the thing is,
Dude, Jack Stratton's vegan too.
yeah.
You stop
It's not
listening
like I
to
listen
that?
to his music
Oh yeah, you
anyway.
don't listen to
From
Wolfpack
Wolfpack.
anyway.
But Wolfpack, that's what I refer to it as. But anyway, the thing is,
From
like
Jeff Beck.
most people, they like on Hot Ones, they like make note that like, oh, it's the vegan wings or whatever. But they didn't in Weird Al's. Like I didn't unless maybe they said and I missed it. But I like
No, they didn't. No,
it was weird. Like you knew that they were vegan wings because like they're just the fake ass things on a literal stick to make it look
honestly, I didn't even notice.
They were turning.
So what is it? Just what is it? Is it like
tofu.
just stuck on a stick?
Yeah.
Is it
It's
just like a
tofu
fake
like
corn dog?
textured to like make like
Yeah.
like a chicken wing.
Most of the time, that stuff is usually like tofu or something.
I've tried to eat. I can't eat
I
tofu.
don't
I've
know,
tried
maybe-
to, but the texture just ruins it for
Tofu
me.
is all right.
doesn't-
but
it
it's gotta
doesn't
be in
feel like
very
meat.
Specific environments.
Quick note to both of you guys: those are not side address microphones.
Oh, cool.
So speak in the top like this.
Speak at the top.
Oh, sorry. Here you go.
Yeah, see, guys, I'm a side address microphone, and I hold it sideways to get my full mouth range, get the full.
Oh, yeah, no,
There you go. Oh yeah. There you
Being
go.
Sam's
alcoholic.
salting salt into
To
his
describe
mouth because he
anybody
drank too
listening,
much
he
water.
just
He needs to
mimed a
dehydrate
blowjob with
himself
the
slightly.
microphone. All right.
Do you
10
guys
out of
know
10.
if you fake a salt shaker into your mouth that you can taste the salt?
The classic.
I hate.
Where's
you.
that one from?
Seventh grade. That's where that comes from.
All right.
Ah, yes, 7th grade.
Dude, I remember middle school.
I wish I didn't. Because it was middle school.
Yeah, but you met me.
I get no.
He
No,
said what he said,
no,
Max.
There were
he
like
meant
7 good things, and you were one of them. Don't worry, sweet, sweaty.
All right.
I was saying, I met
I'll take
Lucas and Alex in middle school,
Yeah.
and that's all I really care about.
Yeah, honestly.
Do you? All right. I remember
it?
we had
No, because
red time. Red time was what it was
reading.
called.
Yeah, red time.
But in our homeroom where we had to read,
Yeah.
where Mr. Richards, the principal at the time, would come over to the speakers and go, "Good morning, it's 7:25."
that was the start of the ASMR craze. That was the start of ASMR.
It was so ridiculous. And in 7th grade,
morning.
all of the band kids
Oh my
were
goodness.
in all of the band kids were in one homeroom
Yeah.
in the gym, and we had to spread out to different corners.
Oh, I remember that.
And I sat in between 2 of the doors on like just the column in between the 2 doors.
That's right.
And I would just sit on the floor and I would literally fall over when I fall asleep. And then the gym teacher would have to yell my name and then to wake me up because she didn't want me sleeping on the floor. I fucking hate
I remember it
reading.
because Andy and I sat on the freaking
We sat on
gym mats.
gym mats, and we used
Oh,
to
yeah.
read Cyanide and Happiness in our phones.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I saw one about going through airport security and purposely getting an erection, and I started like, I was
Oh, the
crying.
one. Yeah, no. So they're going through airport security. It's like, yeah, I always go through airport security with a rock hard boner. It makes everyone else a little more comfortable, you know. You gotta show them that I'm comfortable, so they're comfortable. It's like, dude, we're in a pat down lane. And he just goes, even better.
And so the entire time I was sitting in reading break, I was like tearing up, trying to like cover my eyes so she wouldn't see me laughing, because like obviously no book's like that funny.
Yeah.
But like,
And well, yeah, especially like you would even got yelled at for reading a funny book probably because they'd probably be like, "Why aren't you reading
Does it have the
fiction.
P word in it?
Well, and then
You're
I-
reading
the
Harry
fuck word in
Potter?"
And then do you remember in 8th grade when
That's
they
not
got
accurate.
rid of the like the band homeroom where you had to like just
Wait.
sprint down to the band room
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, because band was so short, too.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was-
only like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
It was
like
ridiculous.
25 minutes every day.
So we had to go, especially for Team 3. It was further
Yeah, where like
Well,
Andy and I were.
because you had to
Well,
go
I remember
because
we-
you had to go down the stairs.
we'd
and
always
then
leave like a minute
across.
early.
Yeah,
Like,
I would say I had John's mom as my reading break teacher.
Oh
So I
yeah,
just walked
so that's
down
probably
there.
pretty easy.
Yeah. No, because I remember like the first 2 weeks.
Shout out to John.
Yeah, shout
shout
out to
to
John.
John.
Shout out to John.
Bless up, that kid's God. But like I remember in 7th grade, like for the first 2 weeks, do you remember we have to go up, check into our actual homeroom,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
go down
Oh,
to the
yeah.
gym
That was so dumb.
for reading? It was so stupid. And they just decided they're like, no, we're gonna screw everything up.
We didn't have any. I always had the teachers that were like just more or less strict, is what it was. I had Mr. Bechet, and then I had
Dude, fuck that guy.
there was the. It was all right.
I openly hate him.
Yeah, I
There was hit or miss with him.
I guess
Don't
they never
say
miss.
it.
You're
I
Lucas.
keep using it by accident, and I'm really lucky that I've used it around people who don't say it. And now here I am.
That's what happens when
Who's
you come home.
who's the German teacher in middle school?
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
I had Frau. Yeah, I had Frau. I liked her.
She was cool.
She was cool, but otherwise it was
I
just
played
just basic.
I played BTD 5 on my tablet because I was just.
That's
I
what we
sat-
used to do in
I
Hawkins.
used to sit. I used to sit at like in a position so that way it looked like I just had like my book. Like I just had it like sideways on my legs like it was a book, and I was just playing BTD 5 the
So-
entire time.
I remember Alex, Tristan, and I used to sit at this one table. Alex would always read like a good kid, but he'd always sit on Hawkins' side to shield Tristan.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes this other chick would sit across from me, and she would shield me. But when she got mad, she would sit on the other side, so my back had to be towards him, so I couldn't play BTD 5.
The
So
first time
upset.
I ever fell asleep in a class was in that history
Reading
class.
that, put your head on the
The-
table and read.
Yeah,
while
but
it's-
that,
I did
that
that
book
a
was
lot.
that book was so boring. All Quiet on the Western Front. It was a great tale about like World War I, I think it was. But oh my god, when you walked into a class and it's like, yeah, we're just gonna be reading this book for,
like
the
an
next hour.
Yeah.
It's so boring. Like I could like at home, like I would do it in bursts and stuff to like get through my required reading. But it was so boring. That was the first time I ever fell asleep in class. Never did in high school. I fell asleep a couple times in college.
I think I've fallen asleep in classrooms more than I have in my own home.
It would always be like a handful.
That's not
of
a
Max, are you
kids and,
homeless?
Yes,
Max, whose house are we in?
it's my grandfather's.
My mom's.
What, Max,
Our moms.
whose audio equipment is this?
It's not mine.
He's-
I stole it.
He stole it off
We're just in a guitar
John
center.
No, I went to BH Photo, the physical store in New York City, and I just raided all
Hey,
the
look, a
shelves.
camera! And she took off.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a security camera.
No one else is.
Oh,
using
look,
it.
it's
Exactly.
Don Cheadle.
Don
And then
Cheadle!
grab what you can, and you run out. Don Cheadle, Don Cheadle, Don Cheadle, Don Cheadle.
I love Don Cheadle. Speaking of Don Cheadle, shout out to the kid last night at our high school's Christmas concert who looked like a video game donkey.
Video game
In the
donkey.
middle of the concert,
He went back in.
goes,
He went back in
he
time.
just looks at me and just goes, "Is that donkey? What you pulled the picture of the kid, Andy?
No.
You picture Don Cheadle then. Anyway,
Speaking
Just
of video
in
game
replacement.
donkey,
the kid just looked like video game donkey, and it was so funny. It was so funny.
so we're gonna have a call in from Andreas since we're not in Discord, so we can't join.
Is he? Are we actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
Thanks, Andres.
Thanks, Andreas.
cool.
Thanks for
Thanks,
calling
Andreas.
in.
Thanks, Andreas.
Stay safe.
It's okay if you don't remember it.
You know what's good about that? He's probably gonna listen to this and be like, "Wait, what?"
Exactly. That's the thing. Is he's gonna say, "Wait, what?"
I was a sound clip of him saying,
No.
420. Hey, Lucas. So we
And
can
then
play
leave.
whenever we do the
Hey,
podcast.
Lucas. Guess what?
Guess what? What? We weren't recording at 10:20 p.m. is the problem.
Oh,
so
you're right.
we
That
won't
was-
be here.
That was one of my proudest things. We have a horrible Minecraft video from
I don't know if you
way
remember the Minecraft video.
from a long time ago.
I sound
but
like I'm 3.
yeah,
We all do,
but
though.
it's since we were always in Skype calls. At the very end, I have the hang up noise, the
Yeah.
boom from Skype that plays from at the end of that, which is pretty
I
good.
thought that was really clever at the time. There's
I was so proud of that.
half of that video is literally just me in the background hysterically giggling
It really is.
because
Hi, my name's Pedro. This is my troll card.
I had
You like, couldn't even make it
I
through
wish
your own
we
sentences.
had that.
Well,
Yeah.
the problem is that we couldn't. You would
Oh,
say
do you
something
have the thing
stupid.
for
He'd
the
be like,
hard drive,
"Stop.
Max,
We
or-
gotta re-record."
Weren't we gonna get the shit off your hard drive?
Oh no, I mean Andy can try with
Yeah.
Linux maybe.
Which one?
My old hard drive that
The
I
one-
couldn't get it to mount or anything.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
yeah,
The one that got
I could
corrupted.
try it. It just won't open on my computers. It's in a drawer over there.
My favorite video from us still has to be the over. You did such a fucking good job. With
Oh, the
editing
Overwatch
on
one. That was
yeah.
so much effort.
Part
I
of me,
have.
part of me wanted you to do
And then
the
you
other
never
ones.
made a follow up. Like you
but then
put
it-
so
I
much effort.
I still have all of the clips
The
that I
thing is,
saved.
it's probably just been we worst at this point because that's like 30 updates with like
Yeah.
missing like 7 characters.
I
I'll
would
say-
still do it,
No,
but
I mean if you want to, I'm not
like-
gonna stop you, but like
I won't put that much effort into it. Like
Yeah.
the subtitles take forever.
no, I don't blame.
Oh,
you
it's
either.
ridiculous. Like that was a fun little thing, but it pretty much I literally made that and then I was like, I have a girlfriend. Why am I doing this?
I have things I'm doing
I have a life.
outside of this. Hold on, I'm not
Yeah.
getting money for this.
No, it's
That
fine.
was before I had Overwatch.
I'm
Well,
doing
I was
it.
gonna say like we recorded the Bed Wars episodes, and I don't. At this point, I'm probably not gonna upload them because we've gotten way better since then, and those were just kind of like before a few.
You could
Like,
upload
updates and
them
stuff.
as a look at us when we babs who could barely
Yeah.
walk. And now
The
Or-
lost footage.
Nah, you
the
can
lost
just do it.
footage.
yeah, the last footage. It's actually
No,
a
we'll
good
make we'll make new ones. It'll be easier.
Yeah.
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 Is that a light glint on the where those two drawers meet on my bed, or is that dust?
It's dust.
That's definitely
It
does.
looks like where
But it's just
stick-
that one
It looks like a
spot.
sticker.
I'll,
used to be there.
I'll
Touch
tell
it,
you,
Sam.
Max.
Sam is touching the drawer.
Is it like a?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Oh, the
Trashy-
joys
trashy
of being in the
weld
same
mark or
room as
something?
other people and
Yeah.
not over Discord, because otherwise I would just sound crazy and then I have to walk away. Anyway, moving on. Let's stop talking about middle school.
You guys see that?
Now,
No,
now I can
we're
make
not.
faces at Max like we did during that radio interview. When you're like, yeah, I've been playing for like 8 years, and I look at you, and I'm like, what the? And you start laughing. I remember,
Right.
and you had to describe on radio why you started laughing.
Remember when we were on TV, Max?
Oh, dude, we were on TV, but
Nice.
I thought we just said we were gonna stop talking about middle school. We were on TV
Ninth grade.
in ninth grade.
Yeah.
Always
That's
That's not
comes
middle
back.
school.
Yeah, so
I mean, it
that's
isn't
not
like
middle
half
school.
the country.
But
Yeah.
in ninth grade, because we were going to this science fair, and the robotics teacher
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, you should go on TV," and I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
Guess
And
we'll
then we
do it.
showed up. And then we were on TV.
We look so stupid. I love it.
That's
I hate
just-
looking pictures of me. I found a picture of me
I hate that.
playing in the jazz band, and I was wearing a fedora, and I was like, "Why did I ever do that?"
Oh, you were.
I thought you did it ironically.
Majaz.
No, it really wasn't ironic. It was like semi-ironic because it's just like it's my jazz hat was the joke I was making,
But
but like
Anyone who
looking back,
willingly
it's
wears a
just
fedora.
real bad.
I have a white
Lady.
fedora.
It was
Yeah.
only funny the year that everyone else put like Santa hats on or like festive hats, and I bought a bright red Christmas fedora and I put that on, and that was funny.
Yeah.
Like I would still do that to this
There
day.
was a
However,
thematic thing there. You weren't just
Yeah.
going, "Oh, look, it's my late epic fedora."
I almost
You were
wore my
just-
white fedora, like my shitty like $2 Walmart white fedora here.
my uncle, my great uncle, always wears like flat caps, and he looks really good in them. And
Is he bald? Does he have a goatee?
he doesn't have a goatee; he has a beard, a white beard, and he's bald.
Okay, as long as you have some sort of facial hair, those look good.
And-
Otherwise, you look terrible.
Yeah, and my dad bought a nice one that's like the same brand. It's like the
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever brand it is. But he wore it the other day, and I was like, "Wow, you look actually really good in that hat. Usually those hats look horrible." But he's like, "Uncle Dick got me into them," and I was like, "All right."
It's only if you have you have to have facial hair.
Yeah,
You
he had,
mean
my
like
dad
the
had a
flatter
beard at
ones
the
that
time.
look like they fold over each other.
Yeah, it
kind
looks
of-
like the.
Yeah, my
remember the
grandfather
hat I
wears
almost
them.
bought earlier in Red
Yeah,
Dead?
yeah.
that.
Those my grandfather wears those all the time.
I have a few in drawers in there, but they're all very small.
You know what we should have done for Black Shoes?
What?
When we did like the jazz festival to get like judged and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
we should have dressed really stupid, worn like 10-gallon hats.
Yeah, but
And
we
then,
also
like-
but we were also there with stage bands. We would have had
Yeah,
to change.
We should like change. Like it would have been funny if we were in like bright tuxedos or something stupid and just
Yeah.
like, played.
I'm still so mad at myself because the freaking EQ on my bass was messed up
You
on the
still did
amp.
well.
on the amp, and I was like so upset because he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, your bass tone sounds really weird from up there," and I was like, "No."
It sounds
And I
like
looked at my
sure.
amp, and the EQ is just like every which way, and I was like, "Ah, man."
Andy, if you ever like become a famous drummer in a band, your like outfit thing has to be it's gotta be a Hawaiian shirt but with the sleeves ripped off because you're a drummer.
No, I'm doing only sleeves and just collar.
It's like Chippendales.
It's just
like
floral.
Chippendales.
It's floral collar and sleeves.
So they can still call you and you paint like
yeah,
No,
paint the rest
No,
of it with
you
the
work out the shit out of your chest, but you don't do anything with arms. Good impression.
you just have tiny
So,
arms.
so I can like flex my pecs, my
Yeah.
arms are like twigs.
Okay,
You can
but
make like hula dancers dance like yeah.
so it should be the collar and then connected along your shoulder
Yeah.
to your sleeves.
Yeah, well of course.
Yeah.
Or otherwise the sleeves would fall off.
Yeah.
Well, not unless you tape them, but yeah.
No, unless you get
So
Velcro installed
it
on
should
your
just
upper
be
arm.
that. So you
You
have
put
to
a
put your
clamp.
sleeves in and,
And
then button the
instead,
collar.
I'm gonna get plugs on my chest in the shape of a tie. so I can.
Yeah, of course.
Donnie, why haven't you done with it? You were with your chest hair.
Well,
You
he just
should-
has to
you should
shave
do that.
it. He already has
You
enough
You
hair.
should have a tie.
You can make a mullet.
Girl, your boyfriend thinks he's hard as shit, but I don't see no mullet. No, I'm
I
terrified.
bet he doesn't
Why
kiss
did you
you.
grow a mullet, and why did we support you?
Dude,
because
I supported that 100% of the way because that was amazing.
it
I
was-
did too. And then I got out of high
It was a
school.
great period of my life
Such a meme.
for experimentation because it was like, what was it? I gotta like,
Experimentation is usually,
what?
I'm
I
figuring
got-
out my
He's like,
sexuality
oh wow,
on
I'm gay, by
drugs."
the way.
no, 'cause I got no guys. 'Cause
I'm
what?
gay
I got
because look at the mullet.
because
Sorry.
I got dumped that spring and I was like kind of depressed about it, and then I got a mullet and I was just badass in a meme
Yeah.
that like entire year, and like junior year of high school is kind of where I peaked.
Yeah, but plus,
Kinda
and then
sad.
you have this sweater with your dad's
No.
face on it,
Yeah, that's
and
what
he
I have now.
and he has a mullet.
I didn't
Yeah,
become
in the
that
picture,
when-
and you
when
had
I
a
got out
mullet.
of that.
And when you wore that and you looked exactly like your dad, that was prime.
See, I think the reason Donnie had a mullet is his excuse to show that he was bi, so he looked like a bitch from behind. So someone wanted to be like, "Hey girl, how you doing?" He turned around and be like,
Mm.
"I know you want
I
it."
don't think it works like that, Andy. I don't think it works like that.
No, people
Don't
only
do-
look at hair. It's true.
yeah, Donnie,
Yeah,
you're
that's why
skinny
Sam
jeans.
looks like a girl.
You
Once-
probably
I don't
did
think
a
Yeah,
lot
but
of-
I do not have the physique of a woman. My shoulders are way too wide.
Sam, you ever gonna grow your
Seen
hair
you
out
in
again?
women's jeans.
When I had long hair, from behind I looked like a female because
You
I'm very
did.
thin and it was very funny.
You gonna grow it out again ever?
Maybe I miss my
Oh
long
yeah,
hair.
that was the
You
thing
miss
in
it?
high
Yeah.
school when we were
You-
doing the from whatever word for best whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you had best
should
hair.
grow up and become like a metal drummer, or like what is his name? The guitarist from Dragon Force, like Herman Lee, has the really long black hair, and he just kind of like looks down with it over his face
Dude,
while he
you
like
should do that,
shreds.
honest to God.
I love the
Sweet.
video of him where he picks up his guitar by the whammy bar and then kicks
that's
it
cool,
and
yeah.
it breaks.
Yeah, because it's a
Well, I want-
whammy
well,
bar.
it's
You're not
so funny.
built
Well,
to
he does
be
that.
able to-
Like every concert, he does that. He'll lift it up and then drop it down. And there's the one time it just no. mm-mm.
Yeah, it just the strap gave
just-
out and it
he
just
just
fell.
But see,
Townsend's
but
the
see,
fuck
on the
out of
other
it.
side of that, there's the Prince guitar that's still going.
That
It's
Prince
still
guitar
going.
is
Still
flying
going.
in the air.
That's
That's
right.
for
I
anyone
forgot
for
about
anyone who
that.
doesn't understand what we're talking about, in the video for My Guitar Gently Weeps for,
Yeah, it's for George Harrison's induction into Hall
Rock
of
and
Fame.
Roll
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
it's like a
Posthumous.
bunch of
It's
celebrities.
Prince, Donnie Harrison, his son, Jeff Lynne from ELO,
Isn't it
Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton? Yeah, okay.
I think so. And
Yeah.
they're all shredding
Yeah,
while my guitar gently weeps.
Prince
Great
just-
But then-
performance.
Prince
then at the
destroys
very
the
end,
solo.
Yeah, destroys the solo. Very end, like he holds out a note and then he grabs the guitar and throws it above his head, and you don't even see it come down.
Yeah,
ne-
he
it never
takes
comes
off
down.
the strap and just
Like
throws it.
Either someone above caught it or he threw it behind him, but he threw it like
We
straight
took-
up.
yeah,
so
we took,
I don't
like,
know.
We took an entire like 10 minutes or part of a night like trying to theorize what the
Yeah,
hell
we were all
happened.
just
Whether,
watching
like,
it
he
over and
got
over
he
again.
grabbed something or
like-
someone grabbed it above him.
It's one it's a great performance, and then it just ends with that, and you're like, what?
But what about the video where Stevie Ray Vaughan breaks a string, keeps soloing, his guitar tech comes out and takes off
Yep.
Stevie Ray Vaughan's strap, hands him a new guitar, and then Stevie puts the strap on and then just keeps playing.
So
I love
good.
that video. That
Rest in
guitar tech
peace-
is a
Rest in
god.
peace, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Prince. Two legends,
Who
gone
was
but
it?
never forgotten.
It was I was watching a drummer once. He did a drum solo, dropped a drumstick, started doing like a one hand solo and stuff,
Oh, so it's like Def Leppard.
and it was still better than I.
Wasn't
could,
it Nate Smith did that with his hi-hat?
That was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool. I
Nate
like that.
Smith is a god.
No, it was someone else. I forget who it was.
I just realized I'm going to have a bitch of a link dump now, and I'm not taking notes.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Neither am I.
Rip.
None of us are.
It's fine.
That's okay.
It's fine.
I'll listen to this one because
Wait.
it's
Have-
multi-track
Have we talked
anyway.
about the new subreddit?
Oh, we
Yeah,
haven't. We
Right
haven't.
after the last podcast that we recorded the other day, we made the Oi Grandpas subreddit.
Yeah.
Reddit.com/r/. Oi Grandpas.
Yep.
I'm currently working on trying to get little emotes for the up and down vote. I'm trying to make the down vote Andy's face. I
That's
don't
good.
know what to do for the up because I said, "Hey guys, what should I do for the down vote?" And Lucas just goes Andy's face, and then
Just because the short, not anything negative.
yeah,
we
'cause
should
the guy goes down.
we should do Klein for the up because for the
Do you want to dry him? Draw him?
No, because he's in heaven because he's dead.
Well,
Rest in peace,
or
rest
you
in
could
peace.
do.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Klein.
What would we do? It's a good like oi symbol. You just
Nothing.
write oi is the upvote.
Always the up.
Yeah,
vote.
I is the down vote. I'm not sure if
Oi.
you noticed.
We could
I
do-
checked
we
it
could
on
do like
mobile.
an I or something. There's an I up and an I down. Not an exclamation point.
Across?
It's an I down.
Yeah, I'm also the. I
So is
currently-
it? So it's Jesus and
We
then
have
like the
the-
satanic one.
Entire Christian.
I currently only have I have the only post in the Oi Grandpa subreddit currently. It just says Oi.
Good.
That's it.
Is it just the title? It doesn't have anything in it?
Yeah,
or
it
does
just says
it
oi,
just says Oi.
and there's no comments or anything. In the text says oi grandpas and has two upvotes, me and Donnie.
good.
Because you auto
The
upload
only
your own
reason
thing.
we call this the Oi Grandpas is because I said Oi Grandpas once and Alex lost his shit or something, and now it's Oi Grandpas.
See, I like.
Yeah,
The,
I
like
don't
the
even remember when
banner
you
I
said
made.
it, but I think no, it was when I was making the Instagram before we even started recording the podcasts.
Yeah.
And I just said, what should it be called? And you went, Oi Grandpas. And Alex
They
started
just-
laughing.
That's what it
So
was.
much of you guys
Half of
noticed.
the jokes we have is just me saying nothing and Alex laughing, and that's it.
If you
Sorry,
mouse
go.
over our banner picture, it says, look at those sexy boys.
No, yeah. And that's still the description on Instagram. I made it that. I said Oi Grandpas.
Good.
I think I linked our Insta. Yeah, I linked our Instagram and I linked our podcast on the sidebar
Those
too.
are some sexy boys.
It's pretty neat.
You can
Touch.
probably link the Anchor page too.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'll do
yeah.
that.
And Spotify and iTunes
The Oi
and
boys.
any other
Are we on
platform that
iTunes?
Yeah, with Anchor, put you on anything.
Well, we weren't
No.
we weren't on iTunes for a bit.
Because we had
We-
to like.
Yeah,
submit
don't you have to
a
like
thing.
get it like
They
accept
have
or
to like
something
approve it.
Isn't that?
That
Isn't our
means someone
Spotify
at
upload
iTunes
messed up?
listen to this. Guys, we're basically famous now.
The
But we
order
got
of
on all
episodes on
yeah, the
Spotify
order's messed up. Yeah, yeah.
is like I didn't figure out how to delete episodes, so I didn't upload episode 10, so episode 11 is marked as episode 10, and then eventually
yeah.
I uploaded episode 10 as actually episode 13, and 13 is 12. But now we're back on track. But that was my bad. But whatever.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that last time.
It'd
Or no,
be-
we just
it'd be
talked
like
about it. the
that.
other
Yeah,
day.
we talked about it, but I didn't say it.
Yeah.
So that's why that's messed up. Whoops. Which sucks because it's episode 13 is actually episode
Is like
12.
the one
We
that
made
hyped
we
up
made such a
everyone.
big deal about
If
that.
you're
10
watching on
decades.
anything other than YouTube, it just looks stupid.
Yeah, but it's fine. We're
Hate
fine.
to see it.
Everything's fine.
Hate to see it. Nothing's fine, Max. Everything's on fire.
Everything's on
Dude,
fire.
it-
Will Griggs?
Will Griggs on
On
fire.
fire.
Your defense is terrified.
terrified.
With a C. It's
With a
defense
C.
spelled
It's
with a C.
defense spelled with a C.
It has to be with a C.
D defense.
Will Griggs on
Fire.
fire. Your defense is terrified. Such a
Max, our
good-
first episode on Spotify is differently cased, and it upsets me.
Oh,
What
I
do
can
you
change
mean?
that.
Oi with capital O, capital C for Oicast, and the rest of them are all lowercase.
Yeah. Whoops.
It's-
There's no-
I can change that.
Yeah, episode 10 is the last uploaded one, and then episode 13 is before it.
Yeah.
So sad.
The titles are right, but the actual episode
Thank
numbers
you,
isn't.
Alex.
Yeah.
I did a whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
Shit didn't fart.
We should be like Kanye West and go back and edit them, and like add things to it that never
Like
happened.
when Kanye West fixed wolves.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
when
a
Kanye West edited
Upload yet.
the only Kanye
Yandi
song I
was-
care
oh,
about.
Yandi.
Bound to?
sorry,
Bound to.
I forgot.
Yo,
he,
what was that?
Yeah, he edited a ton of them.
Who was the album? There was some album that like it was so bad. I think it was the one of the last songs on Travis Scott's Astro World. The mixing was so bad on it, like you couldn't hear this one guy in the background because he was just so like it just sounded like he was like this far away from his microphone.
Good.
And so they finally like remixed it and like it sounds good. I think it was that one.
Thank you, Travis Scott.
Thank you,
I don't
Travis
listen to
Scott.
Travis
Please
Scott.
stop.
I don't listen to him either. I just know about
Part
it.
of, I know. Part of me likes a quarter of sicko mode. That part where it goes blank, blank, and then the rest of it is just it doesn't work. I don't.
I was
know. It reminds me of almost Brockhampton is the thing. I always think it's Brockhampton, and then he goes.
so to reference a podcast that's bigger than ours by multitudes.
Did you guys ever try DMT?
No. The on the H3 podcast when Donkey was on, they were talking about please don't.
It's gonna be so loud.
You have to put down
Uh,
the iron.
he was talking about what was he talking about? I lost my train of thought. Oh, like music he likes,
Yeah.
and he was like, yeah, I only have a few songs I like, and whenever I find a new song that I like, if there's parts that I don't like, I just cut them out and then like repeat a chorus instead. And I thought that was fucking funny. Like you go through all that effort just to listen to a version of the song that you want to listen to, and then Bill Wirtz was on, and he said he does the same thing, and he's like into music, but like Ethan was like trying to like coax him to say like any artists that he likes, and he's like, honestly, I don't know any artists. He's like, and I was like, dude, you like
You make
write music. Like, how do you not know? And he's just like, nah, I just like I hear songs and I'm like, oh, I like this, and then I might hear another song by them, but I might hear one that I don't like, so like I don't really pay attention. And like sometimes I'll just like one part of a song, and then that's all I listen to, and I'm like, that's so weird.
Well, yeah, and then like
You know, because like there's parts of songs that I don't really care for. A lot of Beatles tunes, and then Born to Run,
Yep.
there's like the weird lull in the middle, the ba-da, ba, 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 ba,
Yeah.
ba, ba-da.
Yeah, because there's the cool saxophone solo, and then it just does that, and you're
Which,
like,
if it ended there, then like fine, it's a weird ending.
Yeah.
But then what's his name?
Springsteen, the boss.
Springsteen
The boss.
just
The boss
yells
baby.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then they start the song over again. It's weird.
No, it's like I remember in the Donkey episode too. He's like talking about like he's like there's like 4 people I like, and then Leah goes, she's like yeah, what about that saxophone guy? You like the saxophone guy? He goes, oh yeah, I'm gonna go Kamasi Washington. And then they're like, that's cool, and then they just like drop it because Donkey like just doesn't want to talk
He
about
doesn't want
music.
to talk about him. Well, yeah, Bill's podcast, Bill Wirtz's, he like refused to talk about himself.
Yeah.
Really?
I
So
noticed
like
I haven't
that.
watched
Yeah,
that
Ethan was
episode.
trying
make
Ethan
him
was
talk about
trying to
himself,
ask
yeah.
him questions that he would answer, but he kept being like, "Oh, I don't want to say cuz I don't want to like influence people." I was like,
Good.
"It's just your opinion." But like, okay.
He seems
He's-
like one of those guys that's like a Bill Watterson,
He's
where he
too
likes
good
being
of a
like
guy.
just
Have you
himself and not like.
Yeah, he like
I don't know.
he didn't want to say like, "Oh, I really like this TV show" cuz then people will watch that TV show and then like it cuz he likes it
Or
or
judge
hate
him.
him because he
Yeah.
likes it.
I
So
get
he was
where he's
like,
coming
"Oh, I don't-
from with that.
I don't watch
respect
TV.
that.
I don't own a TV. What's a computer? What's YouTube?"
What's computer?
The spider
Why?
have
Why?
puss puss?
What is it?
The spider have puss puss?
But like,
I
What
hope
was
the
the
mix
video?
and go to shit. I am so sorry.
What
I
was
forget
the-
there's a better mic now.
No, there's Do you guys know who Mark Redbilla is? Redbilla?
That
Where's
sounds
his-
very familiar.
Oh, is
did a
he the
thing
guy
with
that does the
Anthony
thing?
Fantano. He does.
Oh,
He's like,
did he do the interviews like the
yeah,
other
he
day?
does like he makes like meme type music. Like he did like he's kind of like Lewis Cole in a sense. Like you know who that is, Max. Like I don't
John
know.
Lewis Cole.
Like
You ever heard of the band Nowhere?
yo, you guys don't know her. You guys ever heard Steely Dan?
Heard of Giant Steps?
Do you guys ever do big mushroom mushroom
No,
soup?
but
funny
he did.
boy?
Hey, no.
DMT.
But
called
have
it
you
because-
ever gotten high and just wrestled an alligator? Dude, you should try it. I
That's
swear.
one of my favorite things. I
Dude,
remember there was
just take an acid tablet, go to Louisiana,
Unzip your pants. let it
unzip
go.
your pants,
uh,
find an alligator.
Sorry, you were saying
no,
no.
there was no.
is
So
that
like
Jesus?
he did, like an example of like a song he did the other day. He's like he was with Anthony Fantano. He's like, all right, dude, just like start playing something on the bass, like get a beat going. He's like, all
Oh,
right,
I know
and
the
then he
guy
goes
you're
like,
talking
antenna on the bass, motherfucker. Drop low and yeah, lick the bass. Yeah, make love to the bass. Yeah, it's like it's just I don't know. He's one of those people like he makes good music even though it's freaking weird, kind of like Noah and Lewis Cole, because like the government knows when you masturbate.
I love that song.
That's so good.
Reminds me of like Jack Stauber, that kind of stuff. His music is semi meme joke stuff, but when he puts stuff on Spotify, then it's like actually fleshed out instead of being like a 20-second animation about this weird claymation thing put through a like VHS filter.
There's
mean,
an
like, Bill
old
Wirtz is the same
video
type
of
thing.
the guy you're talking about.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Mark Redbilla,
Okay,
I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce
so
it.
that guy.
I'm not foreignese.
There's a old video from when the first iPhone came out, and this lady took $10,000 out of her bank and had $10,000 cash. Went to him in line. He was the first one in line for the new iPhone with a few friends,
Yeah.
and she said, "I'll give you $100 if I can take your spot in line." And he was like, "I mean, yeah, sure." So then he took the $100, and then one of his friends stepped out because there was 3 of them there, but only 2 of them are gonna buy iPhones.
Yeah.
So he took their spot. The other guy stepped out, so he just got a free iPhone because he walked in,
Yeah.
bought the money, or like it was more than $100. I think it was probably like $300 or whatever.
Say, yeah, back then.
No,
back
the
then
price
they were
of an
pretty cheap, I
iPhone.
think.
Yeah, whatever it was.
That was the
And
first
so like
iPhone.
he got like a really cheap iPhone because this lady gave him money, and then the lady went in there with $10,000 hoping to buy the store out and then resell the phones on eBay. But the people at like the Best Buy or whatever,
They wouldn't let her.
they were like, yeah, we can only sell 1 per person. So then that guy is just like, I mean, this is America. I mean, I got my iPhone for way cheaper, and she like didn't. So fuck her.
More like
It's
this is
really funny.
Cromerica.
It was
This
really
is
funny.
Cromerica.
But yeah,
Good.
that lady was.
You know
an
who else
idiot.
makes music? I remembered him the other day.
Prince?
Go Remy.
Who's that?
Go Remy.
Go Remy. He used to wrote like the good McDonald's rap, like the. It was like an actual song about him going to McDonald's and like
He
had
did
to, like, find
parodies and stuff.
change under. Yeah.
Right.
He did parodies too. Like what was it? There was instead of "Hey there Delilah," it's, "Hey there Khaila, what's it like in Baghdad City? Under your burqa, oh my God, you sure look pretty. Yes, you do." And then it's like
horrible.
it's of
love it.
what you do to me. It's it's how you cook the meat.
The first
Oh.
iPhone was $500.
And he's,
Okay,
it's
so
just,
probably it was like $300.
it was like someone
handed him.
in like a burqa just like at a stove just
Yeah.
cooking meat. It's such a good
Yeah,
video.
he talks about how what is it? The pizza box tastes better. That's for sure.
So
My
funny.
mom just texted me. It's Chad Michael Murray from One Tree Hill! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation
Oh,
point!
is that from the thing we were watching? This?
Yeah,
the
downstairs.
Hallmark movie that was on
My
TV when we were
Okay,
eating.
so when my
Yeah.
mom had surgery last year, she watched so much Hallmark. She'd seen every movie multiple times that year.
Yeah, so is my mom.
And so now we'll turn on the Hallmark channel. She's be like, "Oh, I've seen this one. That's the one where they do this and this and this and this." And I'm like, "Well, I mean,
you
that's
could've-
every
It's
yeah,
Hallmark
every
say-
one.
I'll say Drew Gooden explained that. It's literally every Hallmark movie.
The end of every Hallmark movie, they fall in love and kiss in the movie ends.
yeah.
I thought it was funny that I was at school, and you guys were
school?
like, you and your sister go, "Oh yeah, our mom got surgery today."
I remember that. You're like, "I want to go see mom."
And so Jordan goes, "Do you want to come see mom in the hospital?" And I was like, "I mean, yeah, sure."
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we all drove over and saw her.
I didn't see. I was busy that day. I think I was at work.
It was after band one day or something.
Yeah, it was something.
I was busy. I couldn't go.
It was pretty funny though.
And
So
when
then I
we
just
walked in, my mom's like, "My sons."
Yeah, I was.
And I'm
I
like,
was saying. I
baby boys.
this is weird.
I forget why, but I
was
was
so
busy
funny.
that day. I remember that time when when your mom was sick, Andy, and Max and I drove over,
oh yeah,
and you weren't home.
Yeah.
You weren't home.
Yeah, I was at robotics, and I remember the second you guys were like, "Hey, I'm at your house," and I was like, "Oh yeah, Klein, I'm leaving robotics now," and I just took off. I was like, I don't trust them in my house.
I think we went in. We said hi to mom.
Did you
And
like
then
bring
we-
her a box of Cheez-Its that said "Get better"?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I found it. Yeah, because you had a box of Cheez-Its or something.
Yeah,
And I wrote on it in Sharpie. I
wrote on it
ran
in
back into my
Sharpie.
house and grabbed a Sharpie
And then we left your house
to pick up clothes to
because
spend
you
the
weren't
night.
there.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember.
No,
Oh no,
no.
that's what it was. It was before a parade, right?
Yeah, it was the night before. It ended up getting canceled. It was Memorial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was before a parade. We show up. We found out your sister was having a few people sleep over. So we said, "Oh, well, we're just gonna sleep over before the parade too."
Yeah.
So
and-
then we left. So we came, gave her the Cheez-Its, and then left
Yeah.
just to get. Yeah, that was funny.
And then I remember. Me and this thing up late and stuff, and we're like, "All right, we gotta go to bed." There's a parade. We wake up and like, "Oh, it's raining. Parade's canceled."
Yeah,
We're
parade
like,
got
"Oh,
canceled."
well,
That's good. But then that day was fun anyway.
Yeah.
yeah, we
It was
still.
like
And say I think, and then you guys went over. I don't know. Wait.
there was the one time
We went to
came over
Birch
after-
Hill.
Yeah, that's right. You guys went to Birch. Yeah, because I ended
And
up
then we
staying
came
home 'cause
here.
I had something to do.
Yeah, and you drop. I'll say Klein dropped me off at my house or whatever.
Yep.
But Klein didn't want to drop me off because like I'm not gonna like know anyone. I'll be like Max is there. You will have. There's like these are
There's
all
no
people
count.
you are in band with. Yeah.
Yeah, but Klein's Klein.
Yeah, Klein's Klein.
Throwback to when he left Oi, and then we just kept adding him back.
We talked
got
about
some,
that in the lore.
Yeah, I remember that. He kept removing because
He would-
Andres he would join in. Andres would be like, "Oh, Klein, how's your son?" And he would leave. Yeah, I remember that.
Andreas made a fake Facebook for Klein's hypothetical son.
Definitely real and not fake.
It was just so funny because Andreas is like, Klein's gonna have a kid one day and they're gonna be driving on vacation. Then the kid's gonna come out as gay and Klein's gonna get upset and drive off a cliff. And then he's just like, no, Klein, why? Why? Accept your son for who he is. And then he made the fake Facebook and that's why Klein doesn't like Andreas
Like, this
anymore.
wasn't the first time Andreas was thinking about this joke. I
Yeah.
am 100% confident. He was like, all right, here's
I mean,
here's
that's
the
what he
gay
I mean,
dreams
line.
his
about.
long cons though, like he'll join that Christian server, play and be nice for long enough to become
Oh
a
my God.
mod just to
Oh,
screw over
yeah.
everybody.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
I can't. It blows my mind how he has that much dedication to like just messing with people.
Andreas
It's a
has
gift.
played
It's a
in a Christian Minecraft server for months, became a good Samaritan, became a moderator, and then started banning people.
For no reason.
think-
They would log
No.
in, they'd say hi, and he would just ban them.
No, he would get them banned too because he would name it because they had like an auto.
Oh, that's right.
filter.
He would make them
Yeah,
like
no. So he would name his sword like the N word or something like that, or like
That's right.
Big Dick Billy. And what it is like they have like an auto thing. So if they see anything attached with your name and a swear in the chat, it will ban you. And so he would just go around killing people at spawn with that, so they just get banned.
Does it say like so it'd say like Trasher Zach was killed with like blank, and so it'd see them.
Yeah.
But he said the message just ban them.
It was
Yeah,
so
it was funny.
There was like I don't know if it's the same one, but there was the Mormon server he was on.
Well, I mean,
the Mormon server,
dude,
he couldn't get
well,
mod on because we went.
Well,
memed
yeah, do
on.
you remember we all logged on with matching JBS accounts, flew
Yeah.
around, got banned, and then they banned him, and they're like, yeah, nice
I
friends.
just remember before he got banned, he just would make a bunch of dirt cobblestone swastikas or whatever.
He-
We
the-
swear he's not a neo-Nazi
No,
guy.
The
he's not.
first
It's only
server
for
he
fortune
joined
services.
that we were running, he just dug a tunnel.
he
That was
didn't
crazy.
know
With,
about
like, wood
pickaxe.
tools too.
For half of it, he didn't know what a pickaxe was, and
Yeah,
he
it
was
was
just
like-
doing it with his
It
fists.
was like 10 by 5, and it was like
was huge.
hundreds of blocks. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, he's like, dude, when I discovered that I could make a stone pickaxe,
When I
oh
could
man.
mine it.
I just remember some people would be talking in the chat. Someone would be like, "Hey, does anyone have any redstone as well?" And he goes, "Hey, anyone need 15 double chests full of cobblestone?"
He always tried to pawn off his.
Remember, we used to
freaking
call them
cobblestone.
Hitler towers. Remember, whenever he joined us, he'd be like, "Hey, can I build a Hitler tower?" And he would just do like the
yeah,
dirt
yeah.
up to the sky height.
It literally had nothing to do with Hitler too.
It
I
did
love
it.
it.
I don't know why he
just,
called him
he
that.
just built the tower.
Yeah.
He built a swastika at the time.
Oh, yeah,
No,
he did
not
for one of
always.
them. Yeah, he did
But
for the
he-
first
They
one.
usually be like tiny ones.
The
or
thing
something,
was
like-
though, the thing I love about that is like we get to see his progression through like learning how the game works. Cause like the first stuff he built looked like garbage, but now he's got like
He has so much like. He,
He
does the
builds
stuff
these
none of us want to do. Like
yeah,
the
he builds
villager
these
breeding and
crazy
stuff.
nice villager breeders, and like they look good too.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Do you remember the glowstone tower?
Plus, they get the upside down pyramid.
Yeah, he had this upside down pyramid glowstone tower with like these sky islands and like water coming off it.
I
And
still
I
have
remember
that
he
world.
didn't realize you could get glowstone in the Nether, and so he just
Oh, that's
traded with
right.
villagers.
He did all the training.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
he
He
didn't
did
know you
all
could
training.
get
All that
glowstone.
glowstone.
All that glowstone was from trading with
How
villagers.
long
Yeah.
did that take?
It took him
I-
a long time.
I literally we taught him what Minecraft was, and then the last server I was literally messaging him asking how to make villagers breed
Yeah.
and like how to do it properly, and he was like explaining it to me in Facebook Messenger. I was like, this is
See,
ridiculous.
he also used. He got so obsessed with Minecraft. It wasn't funny,
Oh, see, that
but
was
it
the-
was funny.
It was weird because whenever he'd tell him a better way to do something, he'd be like, "No, shut up! I'm doing it my way." Like we were like, "No, you should build your sugarcane farm this way because you can fit more." He's like, "No, my way's better."
Why
We're
would
like,
I would I do that?
I just
Okay.
what was the thing
Okay.
too? There was what was it? And I remember he used to build like elevated dirt pathways over forests and stuff so he could get there faster.
That was terrible. I remember
was
from,
so
it went
bad.
from spawn just like straight.
Yeah, because he didn't know about beds.
yeah, he kept dying. He'd have to run back.
That's why.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, he'd have to
Yeah,
run
remember
back.
that they
know what a
spanned
bed
across the
was.
entire map. It was almost like good for it, but
I
now
love it.
looking back on how they were made, that's retarded.
It's so funny. I just love seeing his progression like that because I feel like we definitely started out doing things like that. Like I remember being at school in middle school. Back to middle school, guys. Duke Ellington toothpaste.
Back when back when C. Nanners invented
Back when
Minecraft.
CNA's I remember.
true, yeah.
I remember Andy
I
came to
can
school. Was like, guys, I
smell
figured out how to make a
Don't
bed
forget the
last
hidden.
night in Minecraft. Like I can now spawn normally.
Hell yeah.
That was so funny. It's one of my fondest memories.
Those I watched one of those C. Nanners videos, one of the old ones back when he first invented Minecraft,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
In his laboratory.
and like
And the hidden.
they're real bad. Like he's really bad. But I remember watching that as a kid and being like, dude, this game is great.
Because
I
no one
watched
knew
Coast
anything
Guard.
about Minecraft.
Right? No, he was like one of the first people to ever really make a video about it.
Yeah, that's why he invented it.
Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that was like
Really, Minecraft.
that was
fine.
before people like used to take apart the code to like find all the bugs and stuff and then like
That's
break
before
the
people
game.
make goddamn Game Boys in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Or like that Captain Sparkles video sponsored by Android, where he literally had a video
Oh,
chat with
Verizon.
himself. Or
Verizon.
Verizon.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
like I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was ridiculous.
they made like a mod with Seth Bling or something like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Captain Sparkle's Survival World for a long time. I don't know if that Let's Play's still going
That
on.
went on for a long time.
But the thing is like everything in that was legit except for his base, which was world edited in.
No, no, it wasn't
No,
world
it was just
edited.
built in creative.
It was built in creative by a YouTuber that was like like he had a series
My
like
House.
Pimp
Pimp My
My
Setup.
something.
Yeah, but it's this, the massive tree house. You remember that?
Yeah, it's pretty.
I
cool.
remember, and he's like, all right, guys, we're going to do it this time. Because he had this diving board into a pool, and he'd put his thing on Quake Pro, and he'd do like, all right, 360 no-scope into the pool.
Now he's buff. He's
He's always been buff.
he's a
but, like,
manlet.
He
now
got
he's like,
better.
he's
Now
one of
he
those
just
people
posts
who like,
pictures
he's
himself, like,
ascended.
driving his Ford GT, being like,
This is the
I have Minecraft money.
And he met like
and he's like 5'5".
Tiny. Yeah, I know. I'm like taller than
Man.
one
No, do you know who's really short?
Prince.
James Brown,
James Brown is short.
5'6". I saw a picture. There was on Weird Al's Hot Ones interview when they were like, "Oh, it's Celebrity Wheel of Fortune," and it's Weird Al, Little Richard, and James Brown.
I just figured they were real tall.
You
I
think
don't know.
everyone's tall?
I didn't
Bruno
even- I
Mars
was-
is like 5'2".
I was over there when
Yeah,
they showed
Bruno
the picture.
Mars is really
You know
short.
what blew
I
my
forgot about
mind? In high school, when we went to do our graduation
Yeah.
gowns, you remember that dude there was so good. Like, you write down your height, and he would look at you. He would stand up tall, look at you, and look up and down. And be like, plus 1 inch. And I'd be like, what? Like, he would like look at you
Forgot
and
about that.
see how tall you were based off like the angle he was looking at you. That was so cool.
There was similar to that uniform fitting for the honor band. There's just a guy who's like so quick at it. He would literally just be like, all right, stand on this table. And then you just go and just like hem up the pants like super quickly to the perfect height. And then he would just like hand it off to somebody who would hang it up with your name on it. And then that night they just had like a team of like a shit ton of people just like sewing those hems. It was
That's crazy.
ridiculous. It's pretty dope.
We didn't have that in high school for the uniforms.
No, you
I love
didn't.
how the uniforms too. They got bigger and then smaller and then bigger again. It was like a weird system.
Yeah. Well, they started off small and then they get gradually bigger, and then the pants get longer, but the jackets get smaller, and then they
Yeah.
get linear bigger
It's
again,
really weird.
and then they get huge by.
I was
the
like,
last
what was
one.
it, 80 was like just massive.
Yeah.
remember-
70, 72
I think I was uniform like
is the
5.
top number.
I think I was,
Was it? I
uniform.
thought it was 80.
I think it's like 72.
Yeah, it's 70 something.
I stayed so far out of that. I just got my thing and left. I hated doing anything.
I just know because I was in charge of raincoats.
You had.
I had 20.
You
my
had.
last.
You
2
had.
years.
Yeah, but one of the years you had the one I had,
I had 5 or 6.
or maybe it wasn't you.
I was happy when we got the.
I remember
drumline
because it was
ones.
me and Esme were the uniforms next to each other.
I remember. I think I had 16 one year.
I
don't
had I had 20 was the one I had for I think junior senior year, and then I think freshman sophomore year, I was 5 or 6. I was or maybe it was like somewhere between 5 and 8.
But I do remember going down in number, but larger in size.
Really,
Yeah,
I went
for the
up.
pants, but it was just because
'Cause I
somebody
actually
hemmed the
got
pants
tall.
before me, which is dumb.
Yeah.
I hate those uniforms; they're too hot.
Except
We
for when
I like
haunt.
how
Game.
you guys have no idea what we're talking about.
No, I'm just here.
We
I, don't know, I like how we. So that was one thing I
said
thought
it,
was
you said
dumb.
the word.
Was for captains and drum major. Everyone had gold, except for like captains. We had white.
White.
I feel like it should have been the other way around.
Agreed.
I feel like gold
Yeah.
should have been, or we should have had like 2 or something fancy.
Should have been different.
Because instead it was like, now we look like scrubs. Like, oh,
Yeah, because it wasn't shiny.
yeah, it wasn't
The-
shiny.
yeah, the
Come on.
whites are cool. I mean, it
The
stood
white,
out. It did
the
its
white
job.
looked nice because
Yeah.
it was clean.
Yeah.
Because it's like a nice like clean white,
Yeah.
whereas the gold's kind of dingy.
Us looks kind of goofy.
It
When
kinda
we were
looks
in
like a
drum
fart,
lines.
you know what I'm
We just
saying?
looked like we were just like all black with just like stripes, and it was like,
Oh yeah, 'cause
The
you guys
drumline
had the-
uniforms are dumb.
yeah.
And then they have capes now, so it's fine.
Do they have capes now?
Yeah, they have shoulder capes. Yeah.
So does the drum major.
Sorry.
All I care about is I just want it to be like one of those marching bands where they have like cowboy hats instead of like military hats. This is my favorite one.
Stupid looking. Where they have like the conquistador hats with like the.
Yeah.
The
The
scouts
feathers
with
coming
the,
out.
with the feathers. Yeah.
That's like so goofy.
I met a scout. He was okay.
Cub Scout?
He played
Boy Scouts?
trumpet.
Cub Scouts was me. I did it one year. We built a car and I painted it black and I shouldn't because I had too much weight. No, that was
Yours
No,
had
that
too much
was-
weight from the
no,
paint.
no. That was in middle school when we were like building cars or whatever it was.
Oh.
In wood shop. I remember I painted
And
black or
Carolina
something. and, like you shouldn't have done that. Puts too much weight on it because of the CO2 cartridges or whatever.
I went to a singular Boy Scout meeting and then said, I don't know anybody here. and I'm 3 years behind
I
everyone.
did it,
so-
and
I never
I think I did
did one.
chorus too
Did it for a
in
couple
elementary
years.
school. Literally because two of my friends, I think Ryan and Josh, were going to, and then they didn't. They went to one of them, and then they didn't. When I went for the rest of the 3 months, half of the year. Chorus was kind of neat though.
Okay.
I wish I could sing more.
All right.
It was a while.
Okay. Boy Scouts sell popcorn.
Yes.
They always
That's already popped.
They,
No,
they
they
sell
don't.
both.
Well, Max.
no,
No,
they
they
sell
sell like
corn.
they sell boxes of like
That's how we
movie
used to
theater
get it, yeah.
Showtime popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they pop yourself.
Yeah, you can buy the
Or go
kernels. We used to
Redenbachers.
buy. We
It's
used to buy
also
kernels when I
not
used to.
just
know,
regular
but here's-
popcorn. Some of it will be like kettle corn. And
I know,
Okay.
Boy Scouts kettle corn's pretty freaking
But-
good.
It's pretty good.
It's so silly to me. Because I've seen, like, if you're at a sporting event, like, sure, be like, yeah, here's some popcorn. But, like, when I went to that meeting, they were like, oh, yeah, here's, like, popcorn and stuff. We sell popcorn. And I was like, why is some of it already popped?
Well,
Like,
because that was flavor. That was stuff that's like coated in like caramel. or
exactly.
no, but it
chocolate.
wasn't. It was just popcorn.
I,
It's going to go bad. It wasn't kettle
It
corn.
wasn't always just normal.
I feel like it
normal
was,
time,
I don't know.
like,
It wasn't.
Even when it was normal, that there was usually like something to it, like a minor little.
I mean, yeah,
Huh.
we always bought like
Who
the
knew?
big tubs of kernels. That's how we make it at home. We just do it on the stove with the kernels. Cause
The only time I've ever used one of those is camping.
Remember?
Like in the pan. with
Jiffy
the,
pods, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jiffy
yeah,
pop,
Yeah, we
oh.
don't do
Oh,
that.
so at my cabin, that's like in the middle of the woods on the Canadian border. For the longest time, we had this Jiffy Pop hanging on the wall, literally from the 70s. Like the thing was so old, and we call it the redneck fire alarm because if the wood stove gets too hot, it starts popping. And
That is amazing.
one of the members of the camp, because like communal shared thing, like so my grandfather and like a bunch of other people were like part of the original founders of it, and so it's now like my dad and like 3 guys who like they all like share like rent, property tax, like stuff like that. And one of the guy's wives cleaned it out and got rid of it, and we're pissed about it because I wanted that 1970s
He
Jiffy
better
Pop.
file for divorce.
just get it. You gotta just replace it now as soon as you can.
Yeah,
just
I
with
know.
a new Jiffy Pop, because then 30
like-
years from now you're
yeah.
gonna go, see that Jiffy Pop?
Or
It's
do the
from
thing with
2020.
It's so funny though, because it's like we call it the fire alarm just because if it
That
gets
is really
too,
funny.
because it was like the way it is, like it's a 2-room cabin. There's a bunk room and like a living area where there's like chairs, a kitchen, and then a wood stove and like a dining room table. And so it was like across. So the wood stove was like in the middle of the room, and then on one of the walls that the wood stove faced was the Jiffy Pop behind a chair.
That reminds me of like the
It's like, oh, if you wake up and you hear the popping.
the boxes that you'd have like next to your bed, and it just has a singular condom, and it has a hammer next to it, and it says "in case of miracle, break glass."
Oh, the
So you
video of the
break
guy
glass,
smashing it, and the
Yeah.
girl's like, shit.
And then there's also an image I've seen that's a fire alarm that grabs the person's hand that puts it off. So then it was supposed to like deter people from just pulling the fire alarm randomly, but like then that person would just fucking die in a fire.
Oh, yeah, where it like clamps you. Yeah.
Yeah, it clamps your
It's
arm
like-
after you pull the
I was,
fire alarm.
I was at dinner with my grandparents, with my other side of grandparents, my step grandparents the other night, and my grandfather was telling me he was an Air Force Base firefighter when he was in the military, and he so in his barracks, his whatever staff sergeant or whatever appointed him to be the fire in charge of like fire safety or whatever. So he's like, whenever we have a fire drill, you make sure you go through all the beds and then you stand right by the fire extinguisher. And so, like, they had a fire drill, whatever. He did his duty, and the first staff sergeant comes up and goes, so, just so you know, I would have been the first one out. Like, he's like, don't stand in a burning building, dude. Just, like, grab the fire extinguisher and put it out and run away. It was really funny.
Yeah, you don't want to stand in a burning building.
He's like, don't stand in a burning building, by the way. I know you're a firefighter, but don't.
Dude, I saw an article in the paper about the ladder truck,
Yep.
it getting decommissioned because it didn't pass a test.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how ladder trucks are super useful when people have solar panels because they can't like step on the roof because it's too dangerous with like solar panels. And I never thought about that.
Oh, because it'll slide off.
I never
Yeah.
thought about like the kind of the dangers on that level of like firefighting. Like you can't just like go up on a roof that has solar panels.
So you have solar
never-
panels, right, Sam?
Pretty cool.
I have like
19, right?
I got 20 the first time, and then
You got more, buddy.
Give him the mic. Yeah.
He usually goes to grab it, so I just.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
I
Yeah.
think. Well, I have 66 on my barn.
Yeah, I also have
And there's-
geothermal. They drilled a hole in my driveway and
Oh,
then they
no shit.
attached a pipe or whatever.
Yeah, we have geothermal out here too.
Yeah, I knew that.
Very
But
nice.
our big unit is like was totally messed up. So my dad got it out of the basement, and I helped him get it up on a trailer, and then he shipped it off back to the company because they said if you ever have a problem with this, you can ship it back and we'll fix it or replace it for free. Because they say that because they don't expect anyone to be crazy enough to send it back to them. But he got their address, brought it to my one of my mom's cousins owns the floor covering
Oh, yeah.
place. Got a forklift truck, came up, put it on the truck, and sent it off. So like it probably just showed up at their doorstep, and they're like, "What the fuck is this? Why who did this?"
It's so
Which
funny.
is funny.
Did you replace it?
We haven't gotten it back yet.
Oh, but when
Well-
you did it recently though, right?
Yeah, we'll probably hopefully they'll get it back for the summer because that's like the cooling
best
for the
time.
house.
Yeah.
How much was shipping?
I have no
did
idea.
they pay for it or did you have to?
We paid for it. Yeah, we paid for the shipping. It wasn't
anything,
horrible.
They'll like refund you and like give you a rebate.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. My dad probably just did one of those websites where people can bid on it.
Hmm.
You know, I think it was something like that. But we brought it to the forklift so then they could get lifted up because we wouldn't be able to get it in a box truck here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a whole thing. And my dad did in fact strap it to the trailer, slap it, and say, "That's not going anywhere."
You have to. You just
You have to.
That's not going
It's the law
anywhere.
of the land.
You just ratchet straps. Well, yeah.
You know that's what Rudy does. Whenever he puts an arcade game in the back, he puts it in, he hits it, and he goes, "That's not going anywhere." And then he
gotta
goes and
say
drives off.
Well, you have to be sure that it is in fact not going
Well,
anywhere.
I'm not sure if
There's
you guys
no
remember our
guarantee.
old claw machine. We used to have an old claw machine. That thing was a piece of shit. It fell over like 8 times driving from the old store to the new one.
Really?
It just kept falling over the trailer, so it just broke like a ton. Yeah, I remember Adam
I would
telling me
love
about
it. I want to get a claw machine at the arcade just so I can be like, "Hey, Rudy, can you order the sex toys bundle this time?" Because the company that we buy our tickets from also sells like prize bundles for claw machines, and one of them is just like there's the porn bundle where it's just a bunch of porn DVDs, and then there's one that's like sex toys, and then there's the porn and sex toys bundle.
that. Have you seen those Japanese ones? How they have like claw machines in Japan that you can play remotely, and if you win a prize, they'll ship it to you.
That's
Oh
wild.
yeah, it would be like much bigger.
Yeah.
It's just wild,
Yeah,
man.
it's like a lobby. You wait. Hold on, wait. It's confusing. So wait, so you wait, so you watch people, and when one person's done, you play, and when you're done, like the queue advances, and the next people play. So you can watch people just play, like,
Yeah.
and they're like actual machines too. Like they just have cameras on them. They're so cool.
Oh, speaking about claw machines, I went to Taiwan, and basically every street, they have like they have like claw machines like everywhere.
Yeah, and then there's one big one over Taiwan.
Yeah, and it picks up
Yeah, and it
Taiwan
picks it-
and moves
Then
it.
the richest people in Taiwan get to play with that one
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just pick up the
And it
peasants.
just puts them on a boat and sends them to America. And
I've never seen so many like claw machines in my life. Like every street I go down, I seen like a claw machine, or I seen like 7-Eleven convenience stores, like 7-Eleven or like Family Mart.
Like every corner has a claw
Like-
machine.
Like basically no, they're like convenience stores, but basically most like streets, not most streets, maybe like kind of like not really the city, but like like the like I guess kind of more like the
Suburbia?
entertainment part of the city.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not like like where I was living. I lived in Taipei. Didn't really have anything near there. I went to Kaohsiung and a couple other places, and then basically every street they have like maybe like a building, like maybe like a room like this. I don't know, maybe 20 by like 30 feet. Basically have claw
nailed
machines
it.
all on the outside.
Nailed it.
really, is that inside your room?
Yeah, you just nailed it.
I'd say I'm
Oh, it's
trying
more.
to-
It's more like 22 by 30.
I'd say my room's 26 by 14.
Um.
That's just a shotgun. The PS4's in sleep mode. No.
Oh no, we can't watch the
Oh,
horse.
God. Red
Well,
Dead
the
Redemption.
thing Andy's talking about, like, it's like a warehouse.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
full
has
of-
so
and
many
you
of
can,
them. It's
and
just
I think
weird.
you can pay them to have them make one for you, like with.
Yeah, you can like have your own merch in there.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that's what Fun has.
Buy
did,
that
right?
fun.
Yeah.
merch. Buy
Well,
that
they
merch.
they were sponsored by it.
Yeah, it was really cool. I don't know. I kind of want to try because supposedly they're like free. I
Supposedly.
knew that was coming. The second
Yeah,
I said
I
it, I
was-
saw your eyes.
Supposedly.
I'm pretty sure they're free, aren't they?
What?
To play.
Yeah, but then if you
you win, you have to pay for, like,
something, you have
shipping
to
or
pay
something?
I think. or maybe you might have to pay to play. There might be some that are
Spin to
free.
win?
Spin to win. Some of those,
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
you either, like, when you win, you have to pay or something.
Do you guys remember Webkins?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, on that
I was
note,
talking about that this morning.
wait, were you actually?
Yeah, so I had a Webkins sitting on a shelf,
The mouse pad.
and
You have a
Yeah.
Webkinz mouse pad?
Yeah.
Dude,
do you still use it to play
It's
like
a game.
Minecraft?
that's so dope.
But I had a
Dude, that is the
Webkins.
most gamer thing I've ever heard.
Does it have boobs on it,
I
Alex?
wish.
Dog tits.
It has, like, 6 of them.
It's got like a dog on its belly with all the fucking nipples. And it's like just this shotgun mouse thing, so like it takes up your entire forearm. It's like, you know, they have the long entire desk ones that go under your keyboard. It's like that, but for your entire arm, with just it's like a life-size dog with just real dog tits.
Very good. That was a very good segment.
God, I have these visions in my head.
This
segue to
is the first
nothing.
time someone's talked to you about dog tit mouse.
No, I just have visions in my head, not of sugar plum fairies.
All right, we're wrapping it up.
Oh boy.
Right before you tap
We've been going for an hour now.
Yeah.
Funny,
all
the
right.
epic
Oh, I didn't
song
wanna
of
stop.
the week.
Do you have a thing?
Well, I got an album.
Do you have a thing?
What?
Do you have a reading for us?
We're reading?
Let me open up Spotify. In the middle of the pod-
I guess. There are like 3 of them, and all of them are from Sega CDI games.
No, Philips CDI.
No, Philips
It
CDI.
was
Sorry,
Philips.
Sega,
Come on,
you know,
dickhead.
Segort.
So the album I'm gonna
you.
recommend is B-Sides and Rarities by Cake. I listened to it forever ago. Came out in 07. It's just really cool. They do a cover of War Pigs by Black Sabbath on it. That's really cool. It's got like this really cool sirens part. You could do a cover of Manamana, which is not Manamana.
Yes.
Lucas
Sorry,
is
I'm
like,
a cultured pig.
but it's just
Whore.
it's really
Lucas
cool.
didn't have
like
a
they do
childhood
covers
in
and stuff.
Mexico.
Like they have one called Never Gonna Give You Up.
Good.
It's really good. But yeah, I mean, Cake's really cool and stuff. They make some innovative stuff. Who doesn't like their music?
It's called B-sides.
B-Sides and Rarities, and the picture is a car upside down with friggin' flowers growing out of it.
I remember
Solid.
when we did the dance show and they started playing that song and we're like, "Oh, this is pumping." We were
What
like,
was it? It
we were
was,
dancing the distance.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going the distance. But yeah, so that's my recommendation. It's pretty good album. Lucas,
Actually,
what you
maybe
got?
That's
for
Mama Luigi to you. I
it?
don't. We're gonna have this for like 2 more episodes because that's all. It's
We'll
always
get an
the,
episode-
It's always the same shit. And then no, there's gonna be like Ouija and.
No, we just need to start finding weird creepypastas
Finding-
No,
for you to
we
we
start
get the one
reading.
Alex found
We
when
gotta
we
do
were
the-
in high school of the dude who wakes up with the dick in his ass.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one!
I have that saved
remember
on my
that.
phone. I have that thing saved. Oh, this is so good.
We should-
We'll have a story time.
Story
we
time.
we still gotta do the creepypasta one.
We
love
do
that.
We
have
should have
I
done it.
grew up with like good creepypastas, and I look more.
Sonic
into
had
it, and
hyper realistic blood
then-
coming out of his
Peter
anus.
Griffin peed on me and hyper realistic.
If you find it, we'll do them.
Yeah, we'll do them.
All right. Is that it?
I said,
Yeah.
Would you like
remember-
cheese on that?